So I have been doing this intentional parenting thing as I work on myself, as I work on my faith, as I work to grow in my own life. I've been feeling challenged. The very things I want my kids to display are the very things I should display. Things like patience, things like being considerate, listening. Those are not things that come naturally. And if you're an African parent or you've been raised by an African, you know that kids usually don't have much say. Parents are dictators. We say it, you don't question it, you follow it. And so that is the default I would operate from. But as I work on myself, as I work on my relationship with God, as I work on raising my kids differently, those things start to stick out. Things like, why do you want to be a dictator? Why do you want them not to question everything you say, but they should question what their friends say? So I need to give my children like a platform to practice. And that means I also have to practice my patience. I also have to practice my self-control. I also have to understand what triggers me and why I'm overreacting, underreacting, or just reacting to things. So this morning was a good test, and I thought I should share it because I believe that parenting, relationships, all these things are really part of our process to becoming great leaders in our spaces, but also to becoming amazing children of God. We're doing this whole morning routine where everything is happening. I'm telling my kids bath, dress, and everything. I want them to be independent. At the same time, I need to check them. At the same time, I need to prepare myself, make their food and all that. So it's quite busy. And so they've had their breakfast. It didn't go as smoothly, but it was picking up and we're making progress and we're about to go out the door. I tell my daughter, go leave your food. You're done. She didn't want to eat anymore. She's going there and guess what happens? Her tray drops. Her cereal is all over the floor. Sticky, milky, sugary cereal all over the floor. And we have 10 minutes to leave. And I see my reaction. I see it. I see that I should shout. I should say, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. And my son is already there prepping me. You know what my son is doing? He's like, how can you do that? He's telling his sister. And I'm like, she didn't plan to do it. That was an accident. And I'm like, okay, let's just pack up our bags. I'm drying my daughter because she had milk all over her now. I'm drying her and cleaning her up. And she's like, you're going to leave it just like that? That's my son now. I'm like, what do you want to do? We have 10 minutes to get to school. Let's do that. You see, I acted calmly. The situation was okay. My daughter didn't feel like threatened or anything. There was no drama. There was no shouting. We go to school and she was like, oh, it'll be so hard to clean. You find it sticky, mommy, when you go back. I'm like, probably. But that for me was a lesson. I was seeing my triggers and reacting to it. In the past, there'll be no window of me seeing the trigger and reacting. And I think that's just essentially what life is. You will go through situations in your work, in your relationships, in your faith. You go through situations and your reaction is a choice. I don't always react this way, but I'm grateful for the opportunities when I can see my reaction and choose to react differently. Because my daughter didn't choose to throw the plate down. Even if she did, she's young. She's going to make those mistakes. But I can choose my reaction. I can choose to ruin everybody's day and shout. I can choose to be more intentional and say, you know what, this is not going to go away on its own. I'm going to fix it, but not now. Let's focus on this first. So that for me is growth, and parenting is leadership training. I promise you. But I think this is applicable to every relationship. Sometimes you say, this person triggers me to do this, or this is my reaction because of what they did, or this circumstance, or my bank account, or whatever. There are external factors that affect us. But if we are aware of our reactions, if we are aware of what is within us that is ready to be triggered, then we can control it and have more calm relationships, more logical solutions, and more like symbiotic. Is it symbiotic? Is that the word? But more beneficial relationships and outcomes when you are aware of the trigger and your reaction. There's always that window. And that's the window the Holy Spirit is helping me build. That's the window the Holy Spirit is helping me understand, so that I know that I have a choice in my reactions. And I think we all have that. And I pray that God helps you in your life. And yeah, I just thought this was a fun lesson to share. And I wish you all the best. May the fruit of the Spirit be with you.